Hello world, Mr. Resistor here, continuing our alpha journey, and out here doing faction warfare in the Capsuleer Day event. So let's grab our stuff here. Mobility booster. Let's see what'll that do for me. Oh, we got some skill points. Inertia, warp speed, warp drive, capacitor. We'll save that for now. We'll take these though. Okay. What's on our list? Okay. We'll get at least two of these done one way or another. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this one. See what's going on. We're talking about a gate camp earlier, and I guess people are focusing on Seaside, so it might not be a bad idea to head over there. There's gonna be pirates in at least all of these systems that are adjacent to Lanthorn, and probably more. I think the corruption has probably spread 2 or maybe even 3 jumps by now, unless people have been really working on whittling it down. There was talk about a gate camp. Let's see. I logged in and had to do stuff. So this has kind of been sitting there for a while. Ardar at Hadazeko, so here. That would be inconvenient if we wanted to go around this way. Ardar to Fairstorn. That might be the long way to go, though. Let's see. If we set our destination to Seaside, where does it take us? Asset, Flossus Win. It does take us through Ardar. Ardar, Fairstorn, Esser, Seaside. Yeah, so these downward triangles indicate pirate activity. Well, we're probably not going to make it that far today, because we're going to be doing some scanning. We'll hit up some, if we see any scout sites, we'll hit those up. Okay, do I have... got one... one war target, in case you were ever wondering what WT stands for.
drive active.
See, launch, yeah. Even where is this? Does that actually protect us? I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of assume that it does. So sights, we've got a small, we've got a scout. I don't know that I want to be inside a plex while scanning, and there's a WT on grid. Or in system, I should say, not on grid. Did I forget to... Data site, nice. That's what we're looking for. Eh.
warp drive active.
We probably can't get this one. I don't think I'm close enough. Um, maybe if I had the electronics booster. Oh, what? Okay. You know what? Screw that site. We're not worrying about it. It's probably not even something we want anyway. So now, but the question that we have is, do we want to try and do this infiltration site? I feel like I kind of do. For the contents. Um, you know, and also just kind of for completion. Oh, you know what occurs to me? There might be fleet bonuses for this stuff. I should be in a fleet. Okay. I've been waffling about this strategic infiltration site because honestly, I'm a little bit nervous about it. But I need to stop doing that. I will dock up and drop off this loot so we don't lose what we got so far. Man, I've got so much stuff just randomly sitting out here in faction warfare spaces. I should really take a moment or two to, I don't know, consolidate, sell, whatever. But also, for this stuff at least, since it's event specific, I need to not forget that it's out here. Because I don't want it just sitting out here and becoming worthless. So another thing, let's see. See if we can figure out what they're flying. I don't think they're within range for me. Do you see a lot of medium and small wrecks? Which suggests a destroyer. Oh. Okay. What are we looking at here? This might take us a minute. Confinement node. Okay. All we have to do is just not screw up. Easy peasy. Okay. Seems simple enough. Okay, that's gonna be one of the turrets, I think. Okay, well, it's not up there. It's not it. Okay, so I guess it's gotta be... No. No. It's not gonna be down in here. Here, maybe? 4. To be there? Oh man, I hope not. Here, maybe? Oh. Okay. There we go. That helps. That was difficult, but worth it. Okay. Now I have to not die. Oh, you know what? Let's take a slightly different route. Okay. That almost went badly for me. Really gotta be more careful about how I'm navigating around this place. Oh, those are the worst. And I hope I get one of the auto damage things. Alright, well, we just gotta go. That was lucky. Okay, how much do I want to try hacking the rest of these? So, of course, the longer I'm out here, the more danger I'm in. There's starting to be some dudes around here. This thing, definitely don't want to lose it. This is starting to feel a little bit stressful. Again. Beat those things. 2 of them. Oh, this sucks. This absolutely sucks. Crap. Alright, you know what? I don't think I can complete this one. So, let's see if we can warp out and not get caught in the explosion. Warped just before the warp disruption thingies came out, so feels like a good idea. Yeah, I should.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Let's go ahead and save this location. Now I'm debating if I should just try and get out of here. Back to heck. Alright, let's check Eve Gate Camp. So we are in Avenod. Going to looking bad in Deltol. But we could head to Agnes. Let's do that. Take our loot, at least get it out of Losec. That feels good. Then we can come back and maybe do one of these sites.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, so that site's gone now. Well, I feel pretty good about successfully getting out of there with some loot. And some pretty good loot. Agility and armor hit points.
Warp drive active.
That seems pretty good.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
The extra snowballs. So go ahead and leave all this here. And which way is this taking me? I'm not familiar with any of those. Oh, Ekalende I know. So, okay. You know what, actually though. That's fine.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Supposedly, they have fixed the defense complex loot problem. No word on my customer service request.
Warp drive active.
See any mail? I don't think so. Nope.
Warp drive active.
Go ahead and delete all those.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Okay, what do we got? Mine, Minotaur advantage. Oh, did it just flip? We did just flip. Okay, cool. Let's see. Asura, Harmonin, Dahl. Which one do we want to go for, I guess? Oh, right, because we got to go through Olga. Alright, let's check Harmonin.
Warp drive active.
There's been a push for that. I don't really know why. I think the directions these guys go sometimes really confuses me. Like, I understand wanting Amamake because that puts you on um, edge of Minmatar space. There's a couple of others, like Evadi is just a couple jumps out from Heck, right? Amamake is a couple jumps out from Ren's. So obviously, like, those make sense to try and hold those. Right, otherwise just your entry into faction warfare space is dangerous, but some of the other directions people push in, I don't really understand why. I know there's a whole meta thing about um, like saving the Starkmen here, but the lore doesn't stick in my brain well enough for me to actually understand that. Oh, this is busy. Might have been a mistake. Yeah, there's. Ooh, well, I don't want to be here. Oh, I think those guys are also going through this gate. Maybe I don't want to do that. Alright, let's see. What do we got in system here? Whole bunch of dudes. It's mostly what we've got. Llama or Camilla? Let's go Llama.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
So while everyone's busy next door, we'll get us a little bit of progress here. I don't know exactly how the math works. I know progress in one system can affect adjacent systems,
Active.
so I assume this will be helpful. And this is going to push us a little bit over time-wise, but that's fine. Although I suppose that's assuming I complete it and don't get killed. Don't forget to reload. I guess while we're waiting for this, I'll talk a little bit about my experiences on other characters doing Warpath content. As I've mentioned before, um, the mining is slow, but it is actually viable this time. Uh, unlike in the Galente event, right? It was confined to Galente space, so those resources were just getting stripped. Um, with Capsuleer Day, it's you can be mining that stuff. It's plagioclase and crocite. You can mine it anywhere, um, so it's still findable. You know, belts in and near Jita are probably gonna get stripped pretty early in the day. If you're one of those people that logs in right after server reset, then probably not a problem. Um, oh, you know what? Let me grab that first, then we can go kill this guy. But you get a couple jumps out, and you're probably fine. Um, my home is Olbra. It will get mined out, you know, by the end of the server day. But if you jump into John Dick or Ultraner, then you can find it just fine. So, basically next door. Not Fildar, because Fildar is 1.0, so it doesn't have Plagioclase. Make sure we're back inside the radius. So like I said, it's slow, but if you got time, or you want to have something you can just do in the background while you're working on something else, that's a perfectly viable way to make progress. I've been doing it in Pioneers and one Mac. I can never remember what the actual name of the Mac is. Mackinac. Right. So I've got one character doing it in a Mackinac, and they can really just sit there for a long time and grab stuff. So you know, like I said, all of my fits are kind of decently tanked, so that's a largely AFK operation. Even the pioneers are fairly AFK. It takes several minutes to fill them up, so I just come back and check every 5 or 10 minutes, see where they're at. Target another asteroid while I do other stuff on other characters. I haven't run the defense complexes recently since I last did them on this account. um, just because I hadn't seen anything in the patch notes that they'd been fixed yet. um, Um, I've done a fair amount of the exploration, although this is the first time I've done the infiltration one, and that was pretty fun. Honestly, I look forward to doing another one of those. Stressful, but fun. Um, yeah, that. But I've done a fair amount of the other ones that are in high sec. And those are okay. I mean, with hacking in an event like that, those are always hit and miss because you got to find the sites first, and the spawn is random, and the competition, and you know. But this hasn't been too bad. There's enough of them that it feels. It doesn't feel like it's a waste of time to try to do the hacking sites this time around. So, props to CCP for that. Um, I've done a couple of the defense grid sites. I have found that I think it's basically impossible to save all three uh, capture points when you're doing it solo. You can and should save two, but if you're solo, just plan on letting one of them go. Um, and this is doing it in pretty strong ships. So far, I've been using an Ishtar um, and a Vagabond. So, um, those are able to do the sites pretty quickly uh, compared to other ships you might be taking in there. With those two as a tag team, I leave the Ishtar in Alpha because basically like an AFK mission running fit. It's cap stable and nearly indestructible. The drones are not, so I do typically have it on my. I've got multiple screens, so I'll have that on my, you know, on my screen to my left where I can keep an easy eye on my drones um, while I'm doing the other 2 points in the Vagabond. Um, and that works fine. I'm able to, once Alpha is done, I move the Ishtar over to whichever one the Vagabond's not in at the moment, and that has worked great. I'm able to cap the 2 sites fairly regularly. I mean, I don't think you need to use assault cruisers. Um, there's probably, I mean, definitely there's Navy cruiser fits and, even T1 fits that are fine. I assume pirate fits will also work. You know, whatever floats your boat. You do get bonuses if you're flying a ship of the Empire that owns the system you're in, right? So, like, you probably saw the little Minmatar symbol down here when we were doing the hacking and scanning in that other one. I don't have it now because this system is owned by MR. And that's not huge bonuses, but they certainly help, so that's something to consider. But you can absolutely do any of those sites with ships from any empire. The if that buff is the deciding factor for you, then your fit's probably not very good. Where are we at progress wise? 1 minute left. Okay. Um, so what else? And then, missioning is missioning. Um, that's pretty self-explanatory, I think. And faction warfare complexes I'm only doing on this character. None of my other characters are involved in faction warfare. At least not anymore. Several of them used to be. Um, but honestly, my experiences doing faction warfare, I didn't really do Galente, but Amar just was unpleasant. I felt like Minmatar seems like it's fairly chill, fairly friendly, even polite to each other. Um, Amar was not like that, and neither was Kaldari. But yeah, I haven't really done Galente, so I can't say what the vibe is there. But from what I've seen so far, if vibes are a concern to you, I would stick with Minmatar. Okay, I'm wasting way too many of these for not doing any damage. Don't forget to reload. Oh, and also don't forget to loot. Alright. 10,000. Not too bad. Looks like I can dock up here.
Warp drive active. Docking request denied.
But it don't. Alright.
Warp drive active.
That's annoying. I didn't think that would apply to player-owned. Or is it Fortizar? Yeah, Fortizar's player-owned. I guess I can see the logic, though.
Warp drive active.
Alright. Now we should be able to dock up. Do we have any stuff here? We do.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay. Let's collect my stuff. And that's going to be it for me for today. So until next time, have a good one.